For us, one of the things that brings joy to us at St Faith's is the transformation of the garden around the church. During the second lockdown, a small group of us with a small group from Good Gym started to tackle work in the garden. And I'm not really sure we believed how much 12 people could achieve, how much we could cut back in 1 hour each week. Yet, week by week, we battled with bindweed, we pruned and we cut back, and then we filled Father Marcus's car full to overflowing for many a trip to the tip. And although we were not able to see what the future shape of the garden would look like, we were certainly beginning to see the fruits of our labour. And then Steve came into the garden. Steve, who brings a wealth of gardening wisdom and knowledge. And with that knowledge, he helped us in thinking about things. He helped us see the plants that could stay there and grow. He knew which ones could be quite safe to remain in the garden. He knew which plants would benefit from a move. Maybe they were just in the wrong spot. He knew which ones would thrive, and he helped us see how the garden could be. And above all, he showed us how we shouldn't be afraid of shrubs that had been cut back so hard they looked smaller than they did the year before. Slowly and with continued care and attention, the garden is beginning to flourish. I guess that even if we have a limited knowledge of gardening, we can begin to visualise what Jesus is saying in Sunday's Gospel reading, when he says, "I am the true vine, and you are the branches." I wonder how we see ourselves as branches growing from the true vine. How does being connected to Christ, rooted to God, sustain and feed us? What happens if we let ourselves be cut off from the vine? As branches, our job is to grow, to thrive, to be a thriving community and to bear fruit, fruit that will last, fruit that is nourishing and inviting for everyone, especially those who feel disconnected and lost, and yet are still seeking, those who maybe are like the eunuch from Sunday's reading from Acts of the Apostles, who ask, "What prevents me from being baptised?" Who can be part of the vine is not ours to determine. It is up to the vine grower and the vine itself. We are simply meant to enfold those around us with hospitality and welcome. Nothing says that every branch is identical or rooted, but connected. We continue to live and to thrive because we continue to be connected to the vine. I think one of the concerns of this current time that we are living through, this season of COVID, is mental and emotional well-being. How can we look after ourselves when we are separated and disconnected from each other? And for me, one of the answers is the same. It's connection, knowing where we are rooted, keeping the connection to the true vine, the source of all life, keeps our souls healthy. We are not alone when we stay connected to the roots of our faith, when we not only hear the good news, but play an integral part in living it by engaging in activities and tasks that recognise and invest in the goodness of God's love, and by sharing that love to those whom we are called to love. And then we too will grow, blossom and flourish, and have life in abundance.